The show today, Lagos, Lasu, Varsity in the eye of the storm is the subject of discussion this morning. I've been speaking with ANIMASHAUN AKEEM, a special assistant to the Lagos State Government on Youth and Students Affairs, and of course Dr. Adekunle Idris, ASU Chairman, Lagos State University Chapter. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for staying on the show today. Now, Doctor, earlier we were trying to establish the fact that possibly the lecturers could have exercised a little bit more of patience as established from the SA and the PRO of the university management, that parts of the demands of ASU have been met, and that there are still some vacancies as we speak declared exclusively for ASU members.
Thank you very much. The last time he was speaking, he started by saying, just like you have also said, that 20 items were listed. We looked at the issues and we felt, for example, we mentioned the issue of arrears haven't been paid. That's not true. The state government has paid their own portion of the arrears. The university has not paid yet. But we're not talking about arrears. And these arrears were part of the things that were agreed in 2010 to have been paid. 2010, this is 2014, they have not been fully paid. But we're not asking about them because we felt that would cloud the judgment of the people. Let's face the issues that are going to affect the sustenance of the university. The arrears have not been paid as we speak. Part of the 20 items they are referring to is the issue of the internet facilities, that we are running a system in 2014 without internet facilities. As we speak, it is still not there, and it's equally important. But we felt that these three issues are so germane to the survival of the system. Reduction of the school fees to get more people educated, ensuring that you have enough professors to be able to give quality education. And these things were already agreed with the government. Agreements are meant to be fulfilled. We should be asking ourselves the question, why do we have to wait until we get to this stage? As we speak, we've had no feedback from government outside of this type of talk. Not a single letter, no feedback at all. We started from last year, April. We gave 21-day notice, 14 days, 7 days, 3 days. No feedback, except now we're talking on the table and a lot of propaganda. For example, the students are talking about the issue of the school fees as well. And because they want to be silenced somehow, you see authority-sponsored suspension of a student union leader rather than solving the problem. The gentleman from the bulletin he wrote to the academic community was suspended 2 days ago by the Student Parliamentary Council as sponsored by authorities. You see, you want to undermine, you want to stop a moving train.
Those are allegations. There's no way you can confirm
that. That is true. Fine, but we are in the system, and we know what is happening in the system. You are hearing some lecturers have said they may not do one thing or the other. Rather than us come to the table to discuss.
Let's get back to this.
Right now, we're not on the table right now.
These three core demands, as you have highlighted, of course, is the reversal of high school fees regime. That seems to have united the lecturers with the students. But we heard from the spokesman of the Lagos State.
No, already spokesman.
He said,
the special assistant.
Okay, pardon me. They say the special advisor to the government. And of course, Lagos State government has shown willingness to dialogue and to meet with students, not only lecturers, now students, in the downward review of what we now call the tuition fee hike. Now, if that is done, are you saying categorically that that will bring an end to the ongoing strike in Lasu?
Let me answer that by showing us the cause of the current strike action. And there are 3 items listed. And it is clear that these 3 items are germane to the survival and the progress of that institution.
Okay.
And on these 3 core items, we stand, not on 1, on 3, because we believe it is in the interest of the system to get these 3
So if the first one is taken care of, the other 2 that I'm seeing on this list now will be majorly about the welfare of lecturers in Lasu.
No, you won't be talking about welfare when you are talking about the term of the vice chancellor or the term of the librarian or the term of the registrar.
But that has solely...
The Universities Miscellaneous Provisions Act, a law made by the federal government, says that these officers shall stay one term. The reason is to avoid the problems of succession. Let's look at the history of Lasu. Each time there is a succession bid, Lasu goes into a crisis. For those who attended Lasu, they understand what I'm saying. From AKEEM there to Professor Lee was the last one we all saw. Each time there is an attempt for a second term, the system goes into a crisis. And the students are the losers for it. We are saying, implement this law so that the students can have a smooth calendar.
So
that has nothing to do with the lecturers' welfare.
The fear of the public is the impact and the implication of incessant strike actions by ASU on the quality of education that we have in Nigerian universities.
As we speak, are you aware that another union declared a strike action yesterday in Lasu?
Yes, that SANU would join on Monday, so to speak.
The next question is, why are we having all these things? Why can't we sit down and talk before now? These issues can be resolved around the table.
We're rounding up now.
We don't have to wait now.
Of course, Governor has already said, has already shown, I mean, that he is ready to talk.
Not talking, we want action.
But action will be preceded by dialogue.
For example, the school fees. We are thinking about the future. If you delay further in reversing the school fees now, the implication is this. JAM has been done, results are out, post-JAM is going to be done. For you to translate that into more students next session, it means you should do it now so that those that can still change from their institutions to Lasu can change. If you wait till September, the next session is lost.
My final question to you, Doctor, is how long do you see this strike lasting?
Honestly, this strike can be over in 48 hours. If the right things are done. If we sit around the table and we allow superior logic.
How soon do you see the ASU members sitting on the table with the leadership of the university and state government?
2 hours from now.
It's all right. Let's have your final takes.
2 hours from now if it comes.
Let's have your final takes. ANIMASHAUN, what's the way forward in all of this?
Well, first and foremost, I would like to say that I'm not the spokesperson for the Lagos State government, but due to my designation, I definitely need to respond to some of the questions you asked. Well, I would like to start by saying that the intention of government is not to create hardship.
Okay.
It's not to deny anybody access to quality education. And on the part of the student, they have every right to question the actions of government, in as much as it is constructive and objective. And at the same time, ASU has every right to articulate their interest and seek attention of government to act on it. But we must, weigh our actions, like I said. If no matter how very germane, how very fundamental they are, if the negative consequence outweighs, the positive one, then there's a need for us to have a rethink and to, exercise patience. Dr. Idris just said it now that, okay, they're willing to, dialogue with the government to negotiate, and the government to have expressed willingness to sit with ASU. I think that is what we need to do. And it is high time ASU needs to partner with Lagos State government. We don't have to see ourselves as, half of the other divide. Sure, you understand? ASU needs to take advantage of enormous opportunities in government. There are so many grants the government is providing for research development. I am aware of that, and I'm aware that Lagos State government is sponsoring PhD programs.
It's all right.
If you go to the scholarship board, you find that. So let us make Lasu a better place, and let us be known for more positive things.
As a special assistant to the Governor Youth and Student Affairs, how long more do you see the strike going in Lasu?
Well, it depends on how very willing ASU is willing to, come to a round table with the government and find a lasting and permanent solution to this problem.
Thank you very much, gentlemen, for finding time to come today. I've been speaking with ANIMASHAUN AKEEM, Special Assistant to the Governor of Lagos State on Youth and Student Affairs, and of course, Dr. Adekunle Idris is the ASU Chairman, Lasu Chapter. We'll take a short break now. When we come back, still on education, we understand that the state government is going on what they call the Passion to Profession Tour of tertiary institutions in Lagos. We want to find out more about that program, as it is important now to match the passion of young Nigerians with the cost that they study in school, as we begin to look forward to national development in every sphere of our nation. Do stay with us. We'll be back shortly.
From time immemorial, women have birthed life, shaped character, and by extension, influenced the society. Moremi of Ife, Emotan of Benin, Queen Aminat of Zaria, all women of influence and power.
Whether it's before election, after election.
How ironical, women being so powerful yet have few grounds in decision making.
They see you as a wife, and I see you as a wife to a man.
We are talking women in politics.
A woman will be bold enough to stand up and say, I want to become president of Nigeria.
Only on CORETV News.